Good morning and welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, for the returning ones, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a harvesting video. It's July 7th today, and I'm going to show you what I have going on in my garden. So come on, let's go with me. Let's go harvest some food. Seems like every time I come out back here, the roosters have to either say hi to me or I don't know. They just talk to me whenever I come out here when they feel my presence. I grew up with having roosters all around me back in the islands, but never paid close attention to their behavior. Now back to harvesting. First we are going to start with some kale, and this kale I've been harvesting all season long so far. And I have my lovely basket. It's never let me down. I really like harvesting with this basket. I use it in my garden, especially when I am harvesting, because it's nice and big. It has a handle. It's very strong. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to harvest the rest of the kale right here. And then we'll move on to the next before it gets too hot outside. Already humid. We're going to move on to this section of kale right here. I have less room in my garden right now. Everything nice and green and flourishing. And so the overgrowth is real. And I just have to kind of maneuver my way around. Before it was just kale I was harvesting. But look now, everything's grown up. I've lost so much room in here because of the growth, but I don't mind, guys. It looks great, it looks healthy, and I can actually come in here and harvest my food. So let's continue to harvest this kale, and then we'll move on to the next. And I can also have these kale right here to harvest during the winter also, because they can handle the frost. They can handle the freezing temperatures. So they're staying right in here. And I'll be harvesting from them for as long as they will produce. Some of these ones I just pull it and give it to the chickens because this is almost gone. So I'll save this for the chickens. They love the green snacks. They love the leafy greens too, just like we do. These are some really nice kale here. Okay, that's it for now for the kale. I think I have some more in the other garden. Let me just get this snack here for the chickens while I'm back here. They'll be happy with that. They're ready for this snack. Look at them. Look at them already. Y'all ready? Here you go. Yep. Now I have this Malabar spinach here. I am going to harvest the leaves of this. It's growing really nice, but we got some bug damage here. I'm not sure what's eating it. But if they're eating it, I can eat it too. Damage or no damage. We all gotta eat. So I'm just gonna pull these leaves off. And this is a purple one. So there's a green variety and there's also the purple one. I only grew the purple one this year again for some reason. Okay, chicken, just go lay your egg. That's it for the harvesting of the Malabar spinach. Let's go on to, I think we're going to do the longevity spinach now. Just sit this right here. Grab this. Here is my longevity. We do also have some damage here in the leaves. What I'm just starting to try out now is the water and vinegar mixed solution. So that's what I've been using. But because we've been getting so much rain, I've just been, able to do it only a couple times. But trust me, it works. It keeps them at bay for a couple days. But then you would have to go back in and spray again every couple days. 3 plants in here. A lot of the leaves also weren't damaged, I noticed, and those are the ones that are on the bottom. And if you notice right here, there are some droppings. You can see those dark spots right here. Those are droppings from whatever is eating the leaves. Look at this. I haven't seen any worms yet, because I usually come out and look to see, even in the nighttime. But I haven't seen the culprit as yet. But let me just harvest all of these and we'll move on to the next. Now we are going to move on to this cauliflower. I think it's time for them to go because I want to harvest them so that way I can put something else in this bed, because I do a fall garden. Just unfold these leaves and show you what we got going here. Look at this. Beautiful heads right here. See that? Beautiful cauliflower. Oop, there's a bug. And the greens are going to go to my chickens. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to harvest them and pull the greens out so they can have a snack. And we're going to uncover this one. It's time for it to come out. Oh yeah. Look at my basket already, guys. And I'm not done harvesting as yet. Pull these out. This one I'm going to let it stay a little bit longer. This one is going to have to come out. This is a nice big one. Organic, can't go wrong with that. All I use is my chicken compost. And look at it. It's right there. See that compost heap right there? That's one of them. This is another one right here. If you look down there, I have 2 more down there. And we just added some grass clippings to it. So when I tell you all I use is natural materials, that's what I really use, and it breaks down over time. So if you want this type of results, you got to actually put in the work, and it takes time. It's going to take me a good 6 months for this material to compost and to be good to go for the next gardening season. But anyways, back to harvesting my cauliflowers. I have to get to these onions soon. I have these red onions here. Yep. This one's still small. I'll leave it in a little longer. Cover it up. That one's covered up. Now we got some more room in here. I gotta get these up. I wanted them to grow. See, they just do what they want to do. Because look, I have this here so they can actually latch onto it. But they decided that they wanted to go the other way because that's where the sun's direction goes. So I have to literally come in here and reroute it back to this little fencing that I put up here. But I'll do that later. And for now we're doing harvesting, so I'll cover this up because it's not ready to go, and so is this one. And now we do have some room in there. Later on or tomorrow I'll just come in and pull the weeds. And let me show you guys, I just stuck some sweet potatoes in here. I'll get some of the sweet potato slips. I just dropped an entire potato in here, and look at that. These are also edible, and they're young and tender. So I'm hoping to harvest some potato slips to use as greens also this year. Have a wide variety of food that I can eat during the winter time. It may not be fresh, but it's freshly frozen. These are all potato slips that I stuck in here. Okay, so we'll clean up this bed at a later point, and let's move on to the next, because this is about harvesting. Don't worry about the mess. I have a lot of weeding to do because it's been raining so much. Jalapenos. Yep, my blueberries. Let's check these out. And you know, I gotta be careful how I walk through this garden, because I've already cleared up some of the spots and already sowed seeds in here. I believe there's some right here along the path, but either way, I'm gonna reach over and harvest these kales. So we're gonna keep harvesting them so it will continue to grow. All right, there's some more over here. I'm just gonna grab these ones. Is this a dazzling? I'm not sure which variety, but it does look different. Yeah, it is actually different. That is not the lacinato. That's a dazzling blue, it seems. Yep. Beautiful color on them. For some reason, the rabbits love eating the leaves. But look at this. They're already sending out new leaves. So I'll let them go for as long as they would. And they're already harvested from these. So I'll just let them regrow so they can continue producing. All right. Oh, gee, I should have gotten to this before now. What is this? What is this, y'all? Look at that. And I'm gonna show you this. I should have gotten to this, but look how big this is. I'm measuring it with my arm. You can see my elbow is right here. See how huge this is? Yeah. I'm still gonna eat it. Okay. Then there's a smaller one, which I'm still gonna harvest. You are going, buddy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at these bugs. Stinky bugs. Stinky bugs. Okay. Let me show you the size of this one. My hand is right here. There's my elbow. So it's also a good size one. Really good size. Oh, man. Let's see what else we got. Now I gotta get to these berries because I want to be able to harvest them and freeze them so I can use them over the winter. There's berries everywhere in this patch, and believe it or not, I come out here every single day and I eat a handful. Look at that. Every morning I come out, I have berries, blueberries, and raspberries. I pick them and I eat them right off the tree. But I want to be able to freeze some this year again, and these are also going to be here again in the fall, all between the bushes here. Raspberries, lots and lots of raspberries. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, these are beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. And this is really as big as they would grow. Let's see what else we got in here. We should have some more. Just gonna reach in. Get it? Aye. The plants grow really big and it's beautiful. The leaves to me is just like a spectacle. I love watching them. Such a beauty in my garden. Pretty soon we'll be harvesting tomatoes, and these tomatoes are from the volunteers that popped up. And if you look in there, you can see how many inside, deep in there. The leaves are so big I can't show. Okay, there we go. That's better. And I have like 6 of these plants right here, so I'm getting a lot of these squash, this variety of squash. What's going on with this blackberry bush? I gotta prop this up because it's on my potatoes. And guys, what I do sometimes, I take a sneak peek at the potatoes because I've mounted it. Okay, let me leave it alone. Oh wait, look, see? Yeah, they're growing out the shell. Now we're gonna come back in here. I harvested some of these dragon tongue beans last week, and I have a lot of them ready all over again. So I am gonna be harvesting more of these, and they're so pretty. Look, and you know they're ready when they turn that yellow and purple color. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these, and I'll show you how much I got. I'm done harvesting. Alright, so I'm done harvesting these dragon tongue beans, and look at this, guys. A week later, I can actually come back out and get this much beans again from these beans that I planted here in February. I planted them indoors and I transplanted them out here in February. And you're probably saying, they don't take that long. Why are you doing it indoors? You want to know the reason for that? The reason is because I can. Because these would actually bear indoors also. And that was one of my reasons for starting a lot of things indoors, to see how well they would do, how well they would hold up, if they would bear. Look at this, February 21st. And look how good they look still. And if you notice, I've just harvested, excuse me, like I said, I've just harvested beans off of these. And I harvested a bunch last week too. I did a video on that. And there are different stages right here. Look. So once you keep picking these, once you keep harvesting these, they would keep sending out more. Because there's a bean here. There's another one here at a different stage. They are flowers. Look at these. These are not quite ready yet. But if you look at this, on this one tree, you'd see different stages. You'd see flowers. See that? So I may have missed a few in between, but either way we'll get to it. And I will save some of these so that they can go to seed. I'll let them go to the end of the season though, when they're done producing and they've had enough of pushing out beans. I would let them go to seed so I'd have enough to store. Now, the good thing about this is actually, once you start harvesting these, it will propel the plant. It will send a message to the plant to get into production mode, and you would get continuous beans growing on these. As with any beans, you would get continuous production on this. Look at all these flowers on here. Right? So it's a good thing to grow. Beans are a good thing to grow. You get a lot of nutrition from beans, green beans. If you can eat it fresh, it's better. But I'm going to store up so I can have during the winter. I don't have to go to the store and buy the canned stuff. In the store, I can actually grow my own and can my own. Now, let's move along. We're done with these beans right here. Let's go see what the peas are doing. And the peas I also harvested from those last week. A bunch of them. And here we are again. Here we are again. Peas are ready. And yes, I'm going to snack on some. Because they are so sweet, y'all. They are so sweet. I'm not even playing. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest some peas. And I'll get back to you at the end of this one. And this one is the Cascadia Sugar Snap, and I planted these on 225 and then transplanted them outdoors as well. I love peas. I love eating fresh green peas and wish I can actually grow them year round because they are really delicious. And what I noticed is that the difference is if see, the seed is not, and I did this one just to show you, it's not fully developed in here, and so it's not as sweet. But these ones, with the pea already in it, it's very sweet. It's delicious. But either way, I'm eating them both. I love to use the young ones in stir fries, so either way, I'll be using them all. It seems like the heat's already starting to get to them, because if you notice here, it's starting to get yellow. Within a week, that happened. Let's go take a look at our bounty and see what we have going on in our basket and what we were able to harvest so far today. I totally forgot my Callaloo. Let us harvest, and it's the first time I'm growing this Callaloo, and it's Jamaican Callaloo. I got the seeds from another content creator, so I am trying it for the first time. And look at this, guys. Look how huge the leaves are on this thing compared to my hand. So I gotta figure out and be able to cut it the right way, or I don't know if I can break it off. It looks like I can. I am gonna harvest this. You know what? I think I should cut it. Alright, so I grabbed my cutters and I think I'm gonna cut the side ones off, maybe. Oh gee, I think I'm supposed to leave like a nodule here where it can regrow, so I can probably cut this entire thing off. Yes, and I just harvested my first Callaloo, Jamaican Callaloo. Guys, look how soft the stem is. I am going to enjoy this for the first time ever. I will be tasting this, and this is in the amaranth family. It's actually an amaranth, so it would regrow, and when it does, I'd let it go to seed so I can save some more seeds. It's easy greens, and it has a whole lot of nutritious benefits. So this is what we'll be doing around here. You know what? I'm gonna cut these side ones off. I hope I'm doing it right. But we are gonna be eating Callaloo this weekend. Jamaican Callaloo. This is such a prolific grower here. And so I'm gonna cut it right here again. I do not know how many plants are in here, but see, I left this one right here, so it's gonna regrow from here. So now I can actually use this as greens. And I noticed that the insects did not do damage to it. I've seen some people have insect damage on theirs, but look at this, guys. No damage at all. So I don't know if I should harvest this one or not. Probably I should. And this is just one plant. Wow, this is awesome that I can get so much from this one plant. So I'm leaving these behind. I hope I'm doing it the right way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of growth that I can harvest more throughout the season and still leave it long enough to be able to harvest some seeds. So this is my harvest. I'm also gonna go ahead and just pull this strawberry. You know what? A bird pooped in here. I'll let it rain on it first. I'll let it rain because it's supposed to rain today. I need to be harvesting these onions because they're already starting to dry out at the tips, as you can see right here. Let me just check on there. I'm gonna go in and dig it out from the bottom. And here it is. Look at the size of this, y'all. Look, nice big onion, white onion. We're gonna head inside and take care of this produce. The basket is heavy. See how this pepper is doing. The tree is so small, but yeah, it has this big pepper on it. And so is this one with blossoms. And I planted all of these from seeds indoors. Look at that. So small this year. But we'll see what it does. I still have a lot of peppers from last year anyways that I have canned up. Some I have still frozen. So I'm not worried about peppers at all for this year. But let's go on with our harvest. These onions are ready to be harvested also. Oh yeah. So much work in the garden to do, so I gotta keep my eyes on these. See? Because if you give it a couple days, they're gonna get so much bigger. Look, so much of these. They're prolific growers. Such beautiful leaves too. Makes a good show in the garden. But for now, we are gonna head on to the back and assess our bounty. All right, guys, let me just show you my bounty that I was able to harvest today, this morning. It's humid out, guys, but I didn't do a herb. I didn't harvest any herb as yet, but these were I was going to be harvesting together with my herbs, and I do use the greens on here. So this is my Malabar spinach. It's not a whole lot, but it's food that I grew. This is my longevity spinach. And then we have my Jamaican Callaloo, and I'm excited about that. To steam it down real good with some smoked turkey, the turkey that we've grown here. Look at this, guys. I'm excited about this. It's gonna be some good flavor in there because we have the onions. We're gonna season it up real good because we like our food seasoned. I got a handful of parsley also. Then we got a bunch of lettuce. I need to go put them in water now. Then we got these 2 gigantic squash. Then we were able to harvest some really nice heads of cauliflowers. Oops. different varieties. It may look the same, but their varieties are different. Then we have our smaller zucchini, summer squash right here. And I'm just going to show you because I'm not going to take these beans and peas out. Some really nice sweet peas and some really nice dragon tongue beans right here. And in the bottom we have, all this is kale. So guys, to get this type of results, you have to actually put in the work. You have to plan ahead. And when I say plan ahead, if you want to do a garden next year, you have to plan this year. You got to get your soil ready. You got to get your compost and your natural materials ready, because it actually takes time to break down. And so I'm getting ready to start my fall garden. And let me show you what I mean by getting ready to start my fall garden. See that? These are brassicas. So I'm going to be doing mostly brassicas for the fall, and I started these on June 16th. The bugs are already tearing them up, but I still will get enough from them. I have to spray them with that vinegar solution. And then over here I planted some more seeds, and these are all brassicas. Again, cauliflower, amaranth, see, green callaloo, some amaranth, some broccoli. So as the time go along and I harvest and make more room in the garden, I'll be dropping more seeds and putting in the work so I can have food for the winter. I shouldn't need to go to the supermarket to get anything at all as far as food and greens and meat and all that stuff, because this is the season to put in the work so you can get your harvest. Well, I guess this video inspires you to grow something, grow some food as much as you can. And this is what I'm doing over here. I don't just like to come on here and talk, but just to show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. If you feel inspired, go ahead, drop some seeds. Whether it's herbs, whether it's vegetables, whether it's fruits, no matter what. Even if it's flowers, because that's also beneficial for the environment, for the pollinators, and for humanity overall. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Journey.